Hello and welcome to the second edition of Bhopal Design Festival, created and hosted by Jagran Lakecity University, Jagran School of Design. I, Tilak Verma, with Mr. Anuj Prasad. He is an NID alumni and founder of Desmania Design firm, and he is leading the industry of design from past 30 years. And he is known for his innovation in advocacy for design thinking. So, what key challenges and milestone have you shaped while creating a growth of Desmania design firm, and what make it a leading multidisciplinary design firm?
Thank you for this very, in-depth question about the journey of reaching to this milestone of Desmania. So when I started out, which was almost like 30 years back, and when I finished from an ID, design was something which was hardly known. People were not aware of design at all. India as a country was still coming out from the license Raj, and liberalization happened during that time, and many multinational foreign companies started coming in. So the whole society was actually exploding in those first 10 years of liberalization, and there was a heavy amount of consumerism which happened, which actually gave a key impetus to design, because the companies wanted to differentiate their brands. So to differentiate their brands, they had to get hold of designers who could add value to the design, features to the design, and also create a big differentiation with the competition. So we started our practice around that time, and it was extremely tough in the beginning, because design as a discipline, as a profession, was hardly known to the corporate. When we started out, we were almost like design evangelists who were making people aware about industrial design or product design. But over a period of time, we could actually gain a fairly critical mass of clients, and we built some very good relationships with clients like Procter & Gamble, Whirlpool, Eureka, Forbes. And these clients actually gave us continuous work, and that is how we built up our design company. But in the first 15 years of our existence, I think we rose very sharply, and we had almost like 40-50 people working in Desmania way back in 2007-8. And it was a sharp growth, I think, and it was also kind of supported by the existing scenario in India, which was a high growth scenario. But thereafter, we felt that it is not only design which can really be offered as a service, but we need to build in more disciplines in design, so that we are able to give a system kind of a solution to the customers, to our clients, and also new areas which are cropping up in India, like automotive design is something which was very close to my heart. As a student, I always dreamt of starting an automotive studio. So in 2010, we added automotive studio to our plethora of services that we were offering. And thereafter, we added many more disciplines. We have prototyping, which is an inherent in-house part of Desmania, where we can build 1:1 scale cars, bikes, and trucks. So we built up all these facilities through taking debt from the bank, but the whole idea was to be a design entrepreneur and keep building it up. So it has been a fairly long journey from ground zero. We have now around 80 people working in Desmania, and we offer several services to the corporate, and our next mission is to actually take Desmania global.
Okay, that's a wonderful journey. So, how do you approach and identify innovation, and how do you approach the opportunity, especially in Indian socio-economical context?
So there are two sets of projects which we do. One is for livelihood, which means we have to run the company, and we have to keep getting projects from our customers. Many of these projects actually fall into just pure design differentiation and making the product look better. But another set of clients who want innovation and who really want to make an impact on the social fabric of India. So there are very few clients who actually believe in innovation. So what we thought was that instead of we approaching the clients for innovation, why don't we start our own innovation? So we built up a Desmania Innovation Labs. So this is something which we made around 7 years back, and we decided to innovate related to culture-centric, India-centric needs. And we built up a chai machine, which we have deployed over 50 chai machines, which will go actually to the tapri walas, and it really enhances their livelihood in a big way. So if you are successful in deploying it all over the country, then the standard of life of people who are making tea, selling chai, can actually be upgraded to 1.5 times through their income, and which is a social project and also technology driven. So technology can actually change many things, and so that's one innovation. Another innovation which we are doing right now is in the area of railway toilets. So how can we create a toilet which can change the behavior of the Indian people, Indian travelers, and help them in getting clean toilets all throughout consistently. And we're going to showcase this new design in next week in one of the exhibitions. So these are the ways. So one has to actually innovate purely based on your own sensibilities and your own emotional connect with the society. So that's how we have been doing it.
Okay. So as a alumni member of NID, what do you think as a design school, what changes it feel are essential for a student to prepare for industry?
So I think one of the most important thing which all the students across the design schools in India, and there's so many of them, they should understand that the college life and real life are extremely different. And to overcome the shock of the real life, one has to be prepared for it. And few things which one should know is that one, of course, is you need to keep maturing your thought process and keep gaining knowledge so that you are able to become intuitive in giving solutions. And second thing which industry really demands is agility to perform. So being an agile designer is extremely important. And unlike the academics where you get substantial time and you don't have so much of accountability with your design, in the real life you're accountable for what you're doing and you're given only a very, very short time, and you have to give a great solution in that. So I think these are two things which are very important. To support this, you need to understand the expectations from the clients, expectations from the user groups. You have to be sensitive about it. You have to be observant. But apart from that, skill set is also extremely important. So keeping a pace with the new tools, new technologies, which can enable you to perform better and perform faster is something which will be really required.
Okay. How do you see decolonizing design is and how it's shaping in India's landscape?
So design has to be for the masses, for sure.
Yeah.
So it cannot be a property of elite. The way it has been brought in over so many years is that designers actually work for mostly making things a little more expensive, little more premium, more desirable, Now all these things are related to certain vices of creating a greed in the audience, trying to compete and compare with the competition and such things. But design is actually a very, very noble profession, which if it is taken right, then you can dig out so many problems, infinite problems which the country is facing, and you can actually create so many projects which can be problem solving projects which can change the life of people. So design in the future is going to be more culture centric. Design will be more livelihood centric. Design will be to raise the standards of education and such things, So design for livelihood, design for education, design for so many new things which can actually change the fabric of this country is what the future is, and that's how we can decolonize it.
Okay. So the last question is, what advice would you give to the young student one, creativity ones, and how they balance creativity and entrepreneurship with the sustainability?
So I think the first thing is that please be honest to yourself. Find out what's your natural path. What is it that really makes you happy and what gives you soul satisfaction? That's a discovery, a self-discovery, which each design student has to do themselves. so that they can excel in what they do and derive a lot of satisfaction. So apart from accumulating wealth through your profession, it's very important to also accumulate blissfulness and happiness, soul satisfaction through your profession. And design is one of the few professions which actually gives you this opportunity of deriving this kind of a happiness, So I think first thing is, of course, self-discovery, very, very important. And then, focus on certain things and don't give up very fast. So one has to give a certain critical time to discover new things, because what you learn, there are always ups and downs, but don't react, rather reflect on the downsides which you keep facing, on and off when you go in the industry. Sometimes it's extremely frustrating, but you have to just endure it, overcome it, reason it out, reflect over it, and you'll find that even those times have given you immense amount of learning. So my recommendation is that find out a good place which can offer you a lot of learning, which offers you an opportunity to contribute, contribute to the company, contribute to the nation. And third thing is a place which can also give you a chance to have fun and enjoy yourself. So these are three pillars which you need to look for when you're choosing an industry, and stick to it for a while. So contribution, learning, and fun, all three play a holistic role in really making your whole career more wholesome and more satisfying. So that's what you should look for. Devote a lot of time to the work, because the more you work, the more you learn, the faster the learning is, and that's how you mature and become intuitive, and you can deliver results, performance in a much shorter time. So I think early years are foundation, and one has to work very hard. You should not run away from work. Your lifestyle, your life goals have to merge with your work rather than keeping them separately.
Thank you so much for the wonderful insights you have given to us. More interactive session. Keep watching Lakecity Live with camera person Sanya Mehta.